And a drive to right center. Hey, that ball's going to be way out of here. Back-to-back home runs.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
To the plate now, Luke Voigt. Croxton will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. So now we'll see if these guys can get even in the bottom of inning number 10. The Braves on top, 4-2. Fernando Abad takes the ball, looking to make sure this game goes no further. Save situation here in inning number 10. Bottom of the inning now, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Keon Broxton.
The center fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Abad is adjusting to the new normal as MLB now mandates that relievers reach the end of an inning or face 3 or more batters before being replaced. And for a one-time lefty specialist like this, that's a big change. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up, and a good throw gets him one gone.
Now batting, catcher.
Next up for New York, Davy Grillon. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the pitch. Back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a one-out single. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And he'll reach second now with one away.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. 1 out and a runner on second base. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 home. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
So he notched the backwards K on that one. Michael Gigliotti goes quietly, and they've got only 1 out left. So now to the plate, Tommy Edman just gets a piece of it, strike 1. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Little chopper back to the mound. And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single.
Now back, second baseman.
Hey, this game is close right here, but I'll take you inside the mindset even if it was a blowout. I know the team's down to their final out, but you'll be hard-pressed to ever find an offensive player give away an AB. Nice infield single right there to keep the line moving.
High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
4-2 the final score tonight. Caleb Ferguson gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Fernando Abad wraps it up for the save, his first of the year. So that So striding in,
Davy Grion.
as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's by him. It's 0-1. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Sent out to straightaway center field. Lopez will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2.
Yuli Gurriel
Will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 42, Gurriel.
He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. 2-0.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Gurriel can be considered a bit of a one-dimensional hitter, I guess, in terms of making contact. He tends to see the ball out of right-handed pitchers' hands well, but doesn't seem to pick up. Throw to first will be in time to get him, and the Braves will add one more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Hey, a great win for these guys as they wrap up another one. But a little bit of a sour note, though. Everyone has to head home, get on those computers, and get those taxes out before midnight.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Braves came through when it mattered in the ninth on the way to the win. Genmar Gomez gets the win in relief. His second. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Kyle Tucker bats here with an 11-game hitting streak on the line. No hits yet, so a bit of pressure on him in this at-bat. From the belt, the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gurriel is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Next for the Mets, Ryan Zimmerman. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
Zimmerman.
Lifted in the air out to left. Tucker waits on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So the Braves down to their final out now. And in to hit next will be the outfielder Kyle Tucker. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him. And the Mets have put an end to their 4-game slide as this ball game is over. And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Francisco Lindor may be looking to go deep here as he and his team trail by 1 here in the 9th. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that gets down. This is going to tie the game and maybe even win it. And they're going to walk off with a 4-3 victory.
Yeah, when he stepped into the box, he was thinking about shortening his swing, finding a way to make contact and score that tying run. But he does even better than that, finding a way to drive the winning run in as well.
Well, it's a team sport, of course, but it is customary to recognize one individual that stood out above all else. And there he is on your screen. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run. So without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
They left just one.
We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. Francisco Lindor may be looking to go deep here as he and his team trail by 1 here in the 9th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sharply hit ball back up the middle. Lands in for a base hit, and he's 3 for 5 in this one. So the leadoff base hit puts the potential tying run aboard in the late stages of this one.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? Back to first, and a costly at-bat there as the possible tying run is erased on the double play.
Now batting, right fielder.
So base is empty now after the double play. And next to bat, that'll be the outfielder, Mitch Haniger. First pitch coming. Here it is. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he'll put this one away to end it, and the Diamondbacks have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over. A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. The Arizona Diamondbacks. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Trevor Williams is back on the mound to start the 8th. He's been dealing to this point as he tries to keep this shutout effort going. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Hey, this guy's done a better job than expected. He's made some bad pitches in the strike zone, but so far he hasn't gotten hurt by him.
Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Well, obviously somebody was hooting with the Owls last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
So he got him swinging. Michael Gigliotti becomes the first out of the inning. From the stretch. Grounded to third. Throw gets him, 2 down. So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 8th. And into bat next, former National League MVP Chris Bryant.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA. And what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
The 0-1 offering. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
So he goes back-to-back with the same pitch and got him to chase it both times. He's clearly not picking up that pitch very well.
So he was confident doubling up. Does he triple up on it?
It's always tough to go back-to-back-to-back. It's not a good idea to show a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
0-2. Here it is. And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men into scoring position, but that's his fault. Orlando Reyes is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Orlando Reyes.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Kyle Tucker. First offering on its way. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Hit hard on the ground towards second. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at bat right there, or probably his last at bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never. And I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking this very well could be my last AB of this game. So if I'm going to keep this streak alive, I'm going to have to do it right now.
Hit out towards second. He's got it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Up next for Atlanta.
Settling in now, Miguel Rojas. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ground ball left side. Throw on to first. 2 gone. At the plate, Ryan Burke. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Croxton is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Braves strand 1, but they lead it. Genmar Gomez comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Genmar Gomez.
All set to start the 9th in this one, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Yuli Gurriel.
The first baseman, number 10.
High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Gomez has a good reputation for preventing the long ball. One swing can change the complexion of the ball game when you're coming in late, but he rarely lets that happen. Part of what makes him as effective as he is. Henniger is there to put it away for out number 1.
the right fielder, number 30.
In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. 1 out, nobody on. The bouncer to the left side. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. Now at the plate, Josh Fegley. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Fastball in there for a called strike. 2 out, nobody on. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Fouled off. One strike from a shutout. Here it comes. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And that'll get down for a base hit.
And if you're the manager, you've got to love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more.
At the plate now, Danny Mendick, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. A ball and a strike.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And this is a strike 3 called, and a bit of a questionable ending there as the ball game is over.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. The Braves took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Trevor Williams notches his 3rd win of the year. Charlie Morton struck out 10 in the losing effort. Genmar Gomez records the save, his 1st of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Francisco Lindor may be looking to go deep here as he and his team trail by 1 here in the 9th. Oh, and he got a pitch to handle as this ball is hit high in the air and deep. And folks, this ball game is tied. Solo shot to right center, and just like that, this ball game is all tied.
Boy, that can be demoralizing. You have the lead, and you give up a home run in the bottom of the 9th to tie it. Now you just have to continue to play this one out.
Fly ball out toward left center field.
Gigliotti
Will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1.
The third baseman,
Eduardo Escobar standing in. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High chopper over to the right side. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Up next for Atlanta.
Striding in once again, Seth Brown. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Long run for the center fielder. He makes the catch, and we are headed to extra innings. So this game will not end here in the bottom of the 9th as they push across the equalizer, and we're right back where we started from. 9 can't decide a winner. We'll move ahead to the 10th, and we are tied 2-2. We are into extra innings, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Danny Mendick. First offering on its way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Obviously, it's pretty deflating when you blow a lead in the bottom of the 9th, and now you're still fighting in extra innings. But the fact is, the game is tied, and a win is still very much a possibility, so they have to play that way.
I'm set with the 0-1.
Yep, that ball went out.
Back up the middle. Scooped up. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Adeiny Echeverria will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Sliders strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Here's Howie Kendrick, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The set and the 1-0. That misses. 2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Two and 1 to count. Gets the sign. The 2-1 lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. The set and the 2-2. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Mets go down 1-2-3. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Fernando Salas comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning.
Fernando Salas.
Ready for the bottom of the 10th here, and in to hit next will be the outfielder Kyle Tucker.
The left fielder, Kyle Tucker.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Dahl is over toward the line a bit as he takes it for the first out.
The bat.
Standing in, Sean Spalding. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
Now a swing and a ground ball for the second baseman, Kendrick. And there are 2 away now. Christian Vasquez will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Line towards center field.
Gigliotti
Is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. Down in order go the Braves. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Into the box,
Michael Gigliotti.
he'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
28, Michael Gigliotti.
Here's the first pitch to him. Vasquez playing here in his age 29 season. He was a 4th-round selection during the 2020 draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Digging in next will be Chris Bryant, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. In there for strike 1, 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Man, as a pitcher, you have to love pitching 0-2. Multiple ways, up, down, in and out, throw the breaking ball. A lot of different ways to get guys out.
Fouled away.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Wow, we've seen some really impressive pitching in this one. You could say these lineups have been anemic, but I always like to give credit to pitching and defense, and they've been fantastic all game long.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Tucker is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. Score remains 2-2. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Chris Lopez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Nice to see this guy stay within himself and get a base hit to start off the bottom of the 11th right here. Usually guys try and come outside their pay grade. Not the case here. Pass the baton mentality. Let's see if he scratches one across.
He's got it, and the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag to record the out. So a big spot here, and stepping in, Francisco Lindor, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. But there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2. Mitch Haniger the next to bat. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Now this is lined into right center. He comes through. And the Braves are going to pull this one out. They walk off a winner.
Well, that at bat shows clearer than anything that some guys, they have that clutch gene, and some guys just don't. He brings home the winning run from second and is being absolutely mobbed by his teammates. What a finish.
Not a lot of runs put on the board in this one, but here's a guy that found a way to make a difference. He's the tops player of the game.
Well, the numbers don't just jump out at you, but his lone hit was a really important one. And sometimes you just need to come through when it matters most to be the hero, and he did just that.
Three to 2, the finish in tonight's game. Christian Vasquez claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For the Mets, 2 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left just 1 runner on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 54 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Braves and everyone at Truist Park, we'd like to thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you.